just speak this way.
Hi. Welcome.
What?
What?
Hi.
You want me to lean over? Yeah.
All right. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all are doing absolutely amazing. So I actually have not filmed a YouTube video in 2 months. So
Why is that?
I've been adjusting.
Adjusting to our new normal. That's what we call this.
Exactly. Okay? So I figured let's do a Q&A, let's chit chat, let's catch up. And I have my friend Asiyami Gold here.
Hey.
I just figured it would be cool to, you know, have someone else on my channel, considering that I never have.
Anybody
no, maybe once, but yeah. So yeah, let's just get into some questions.
Woo.
So I asked y'all to ask me some questions on Instagram. If you're not following me on there, please make sure you do that. Okay.
Naakie,
okay.
Marte. Get it together, okay? Follow her.
So yeah, so y'all asked me a good number of questions, so I'll just go through and see which ones we want to answer. And yeah,
You guys are all
let's just get right on into the video. The first question is update us on your skin journey, talk about your career. So skin journey, my skin is doing a lot better. I've been taking spironolactone. Thank you, Asi, thank you. But yeah, so I've just been diligent with my skincare routine, and my acne is pretty much gone. I haven't had a breakout for a couple of months now, so it's doing good. I'll leave my skincare playlist somewhere up here.
Do you have a regimen?
I do. I can film a video on that in the future because it's a lot.
We'll love to see it.
We'll love to see yours because you have literally perfect skin.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Naakie. I appreciate that.
Talk about your career. I mean, there's a lot to talk about, so it's a lot, but for my job, I am a strategist, so I'm a social media strategist, and I lead strategy on like Sprite and Fanta social media channels. So that's what I do. And Asi also works in like the social realm. So what do you do, Asi?
Oh my God. I am a creative director. I help brands come up with content. So I'm a content creator for brands.
So you're a creative director, you're a content creator, you are a social media influencer, and you're amazing. So that's what she does for a living. What software do you use to edit your videos? Much love from Germany.
Final Cut.
Yeah, Final Cut Pro. I don't have Premiere. I probably will never have Premiere just because Final Cut Pro is so easy.
Yeah, it's easier to work with.
Yeah, so that's what I use. I think I have the latest version. I don't use a whole lot of like plugins and all that kind of stuff. I like to keep it simple. I have like a couple of like LUTs that I might use, but for the most part, I just keep it simple.
Most of the time, I actually use InShot on my phone to edit my videos. And lately, I've been learning how to use Final Cut. So
you're getting better too.
I'm
you're getting
better.
there.
You know, working with these transitions, I really don't know what I'm doing, but it's getting there.
Next question. How do you keep your aesthetic so consistent?
Use the same presets consistently
all
the time.
Yeah. So I don't feel like my aesthetic has been super consistent like in the past, but right now I feel like I'm drawn to like a lot of neutral colors, and when I think about like the lifestyle that I want to curate, it's very just like neutral. So like whites, browns, tans, blacks, like earthy colors. Yeah, so I think if you keep the same tones when it comes to like your home decor, your wardrobe, like all that kind of stuff, and then figure out from a content perspective like what filters and like those things like work for you, then I feel like you can keep a pretty consistent aesthetic. The next question is how to navigate your 20s. I don't have the answer, Sway.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I guess for me, that response will just be to be compassionate with yourself and really like stay the course, you know, and trust the process, because you learn a lot in your 20s. I don't think your 20s is a time for you to make any long-term commitments to anything. This is the time to explore, enjoy your life, and, you know, get to know more about yourself. Introspection, like all those things that you need to work on, who you are and who you need to be for your future self. This is the time to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what your 20s are about.
Yeah. I mean, I say like have fun, travel,
explore.
Like, I mean, because like neither one of us have kids. So
not yet.
hopefully one day, but not today.
Soon.
But not today. But yeah, so I say just like have fun and explore and like travel, do things that you love to do, because once you like settle down and have kids and all that kind of stuff, you're not going to have the freedom to do that. Earlier in my 20s, I felt like I was old, but now that I'm 28...
Why do you feel like you were old?
Well, because I would always look back and say like, oh, I'm not in high school anymore, which seemed
like
old.
You had graduated.
Exactly. So I think old is always relative to where you are in life, because I'm sure when we're 40, we're going to look back when we were 28 and be like, we were so young.
Yeah,
exactly.
True.
So I feel like even now at 28, approaching 30, I still feel like this is a young age to still be able to like explore and do what we want to do while we have the freedom to do so. I just say have fun.
So what would you say
Stack
to your
your
high school
coins.
self?
High school self, I would say to throw away all the clothes that I had, because I used to dress terribly.
Oh my God.
Like,
I have to see pictures.
It was so bad. Like, I used to be a very colorful dresser, so I would wear like animal print with neon pink, and like...
You were bold.
I was very bold. So that would be, my advice to my high school self. But I did win best dress though. Ironically,
really?
I did in high school.
That's funny. So did I.
But it was so bad. Like, I dressed so bad though.
I used to dress from rainbow dots. Like,
exactly.
What was it, 579? All them stores.
City Trends.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
I still go there now though.
Low key.
Yep.
Low key.
Because they have great basics.
They do.
You can actually like find some really good stuff if you look.
Someone asked, how do you feel? I would assume that's like in context of what's going on in the world right now with quarantine. So, I'm tired. I'm ready to like get out into the world. I need a facial. I need a manicure. I need a pedicure. I want to sit down at a restaurant and eat. Like, I want to go to brunch. I want to put on a cute outfit. Outside of that, I mean, I think quarantine has definitely been interesting just because I live by myself. So while other people are quarantining with family members or kids or spouses, like, I'm literally by myself in the house most of the time. So I'll go from like my desk, I'll end work, and then I'll go 2 steps and sit on my couch. Like, it's been a lot of like introspective thinking. I've been attempting to read, and it's been a lot of like, it's actually been kind of enjoyable.
I think quarantine has revealed the best and the worst of people.
Quarantine, like, I feel like there should be something called quarantine crazy, like for people who literally went crazy during quarantine and started acting completely different than what they acted before. Let's make that a thing. Quarantine crazy.
But no, overall, honestly, quarantine has been good because it's actually forced me to just appreciate a sustainable way of life. Like, I'm home, I wake up in the morning, I spend time with myself. That's all you can really do. Go to the grocery store, get food, learn how to cook, like just different things. I'm just taking in like really I'm learning how to be, I guess, more domestic.
Yeah, because you travel all the time.
Yeah, I'm never home.
Yeah.
You know, I pay rent here, so I'm actually getting to enjoy my house for the first time in 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good. It's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question. Besides consistency and authenticity, any tips for growing a YouTube channel? I'm going to change this question to just say like a social media presence or following in general. Honestly, it is just consistency.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's consistency, because when you try and hop on trends, like, you will get people to see your videos, but ultimately it is you having like a lot of videos for people to watch and sort of binge and to decide whether or not you know, they love you as a person and can relate to you. Like, that's what it takes for someone to actually subscribe to you. Ultimately, it takes having a lot of content and really like creating a world of your own online that people want to live in. And like, that's going to be what makes someone subscribe to you. So I do think it is consistency and authenticity, ultimately.
Yeah.
What about you for like Instagram?
It's the same thing, consistency, but also I think creating an experience that people can buy into, right? So if I come on your page and, you know, your lifestyle or what you're sharing is not something that I aspire to have, I'm not going to subscribe to your page. So it's just as simple as that, creating an experience that people can buy into and say like, hey, I like this person, I like what they're about, I like what they're talking about, whether it's in your captions, whether it's in your videos, if you're sharing knowledge about something that people aren't necessarily aware of, then yes, I'm more likely than not going to push the subscribe button. Yeah. So, yes.
Someone said hair videos, perhaps I miss them.
Let's talk about why she's not doing them anymore, I guess.
Well, it's not that I'm not doing hair videos anymore. It's just that I'm very much like, I don't want to say I'm done with my natural hair, but I do feel like it's very time consuming. And then on top of that, creating content around hair is even more time consuming. And I just think as I get older, there are other things that I want to spend my time on, other things that I'm passionate about, other things about myself and my life that I want to share with the world that, you know, are not just hair. I'm really at a point with my hair where I literally just wash it, blow dry it, do a style and leave it and just be done with it. So yeah, that's why you guys haven't seen any hair videos as of late. And it doesn't mean that I will never do hair videos, but they will just be more few and far between. Yeah.
And that's okay. I feel like, you know, you have to go through different phases. You're growing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty sure that there are other things that are more important to you than
just hair.
Yeah. She is not her hair, guys.
I am not my hair.
You know?
So someone asked relationship status. I've always said this, if you are not married, you're single. And I don't have a ring on my finger. So I'm single. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not married, so I'm single. And I'm not divorced or widowed.
Yeah. Until you secure the bag.
Yeah, then you're single.
Then you're single.
And that, I feel like, will prevent a lot of issues that people have in relationships. But, you know, that's just one person's opinion, two people's opinion. Yeah. How do you manage to remain motivated? As of late, I really haven't been motivated, but I do get motivated by like being around people that motivate me. So like being around Asi has like creatively motivated me. I have like friends who motivate me in other areas, like my friend over here, that's not on camera, but like she motivates me when it comes to just like pushing myself in like my finances and like my business acumen, like all that kind of stuff. You know, so ultimately for me, it's about like being around people that motivate me.
For me, honestly, when I wake up to text messages from family members in Nigeria every day, you know, asking me to send them that alert, auntie, please, I want 50,000 naira. You know, it reminds me that I still have work to do. So I can't lay back. I can't relax. I have to keep going to make sure that I can provide not only for myself, but provide opportunities for other people who are looking up to me to become something in this life. So girl, I can't sleep. Ain't no sleeping. We out here.
You sleep when you dead. You sleep when you dead.
You sleep when it's over.
How do you manage to remain positive?
The Lord.
I was literally just about to say that. I mean, like, because I think by nature, humans are kind of programmed to think about the negative. So for me, it is like prayer. I think I'm working on being more positive. And just like reminding myself of how blessed I am, because in comparison to a lot of people, like we are extremely blessed.
Absolutely.
So I think just remembering and like consciously reminding yourself, like, that you are blessed, and that like you are blessed to see another day, to wake up, to have air in your lungs, to have a roof over your head. Like just reminding myself that constantly helps me to stay positive. Yeah. Do you plan to stay in Georgia, or are you looking into other places? So I left Georgia or Atlanta after college in 2014. I moved to Orlando and I hated it. And then I came back after like a year and a half. And there aren't very many places I would want to live, just because there are like successful Black people here, which you don't find everywhere. The cost of living is super affordable, which you don't find everywhere. Yeah. The only other place I would live would be LA, but that's also extremely far from home, or like, from family and stuff. So yeah, I would live in LA.
Sun, or
I love the weather and I love the vibe. Like people say that like it's the LA vibe, but I don't get that. Yeah. Like it's just, I feel like I just fit right in there.
I can see that. I feel like it works with your lifestyle. Yeah. And the way you dress.
Yeah.
I'm
very LA. I think
and ATL
so. Too. What would be your vibe?
New York. I don't know.
I hate New York. It's so dirty.
I can't live there though. I can't. I think Atlanta might be it for me.
Yeah.
And then if I'm going anywhere else, it'll be back home.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I would live in Ghana for like a year or 2 years.
Yeah. It's fun.
It's very fun.
And your money goes far, you know? So far. Whew.
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your career goals outside of YouTube? And I'll say outside of like, I guess, Instagram for you.
Yeah.
I would like to, continue to progress in my 9-to-5 job, which I talked about earlier. I don't know. I just feel like I want to, and maybe this is still kind of YouTube. I guess it's like more so just in the influencer realm, but I kind of want to just like be able to create an online marketplace almost. Okay. Yeah, where it's just a curation of all the things that I love. So whether it's like fashion and like clothing or home decor, like all that kind of stuff, I just want to be able to like just curate a world that people can shop from. But I'm sure once I get to that point, I would have another goal, so exactly. It's ever evolving. Yeah. What else do you want to do? Because I feel like you've done so much.
Exactly. And there are certain things that manifest themselves as you go, right? So like with this documentary, I just worked on a documentary.
I'll put it in the description box below.
With this documentary that I just worked on, it's opened my eyes to filmmaking, right? So I'm like, hey, would, making documentaries or doing things for Netflix be something that I'm interested in? I think with life, you can make plans as to like, hey, this is where I want to be financially or, emotionally. Set goals for yourself as to like saying, this is what I want to do in the next 2-3 years. But as we all know, we make plans and then
the Lord laughs.
God is like, chill out, because guess what? This season was supposed to be my peak season for the shop, but I couldn't even get my clothes made in Turkey because of Corona. So I had to put my energy towards other things that were actually going to yield great fruits. We're all blessed to be creatives and we're all blessed to be doing the things that we love. So ultimately for me, I would just want to continue growing in the way that really God intends for me. And whether that's being a mother, whether that's being a filmmaker or a creative director of my shop, like whatever that looks like, I'm just following the path of goodness.
Amen. No.
Yeah.
Amen. How are you caring for your hair in quarantine? How long is your hair now? How are you? Oh, geez, these are a lot of questions. How are you staying productive? What new things are you learning about yourself and the world? Any new skills? This is a lot, so we're not going to answer all these. How am I caring for my hair in quarantine? This, literally like this. She's
and then had that bun for a long time.
For like a week and a half or 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this and then my jumbo twist style have been like my only 2 quarantine styles. But thank goodness I got an appointment with my stylist next week.
Thank God.
that silk press is coming. Okay,
She's going
coming.
straight, y'all.
I'm going straight.
How are we staying productive? How are we keeping ourselves busy? I think, honestly, it's all about discipline, you know, because you can be home and Netflix all day.
Yeah.
Right?
And the thing is, there have been days where all I've done is Netflix all day.
Or get on, you know,
yeah.
where our phones are accessible, right? So we can be on our phones literally.
Just scrolling.
Scrolling and refreshing
all
our Instagram
day.
pages all day. But you have to have that discipline to say, hey, I'm creating a schedule for myself. I'm going to wake up at this time. I'm going to, you know, read a book from this time to this time. I'm going to learn new vocabulary words from this time to this time. I'm going to work out from this time to this time. And, you know, towards the end of the day, I just want to chill, lay back and relax. But you have to really cultivate that discipline for yourself during this quarantine, because you want to come out of the, you know, you want to come out of quarantine feeling
like you did something.
Yeah, like feeling like you actually grew and you actually like learned something, you know, and that can only happen if you
have discipline.
Yeah.
What she said. Who do you get your decor inspo from? How did you develop your personal style? I get my decor inspo from a lot of different people and places. So Asi is a huge inspiration for me when it comes to like home decor. There's another YouTuber, Jemery, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I love her style and her like whole like lifestyle aesthetic. So I take a lot of cues from her. When I travel, just finding little things about each place that I really like. Morocco, as interesting as that trip was, it rained in the desert. Did I tell you about that? Yeah. So as interesting as that trip was, like the architecture and like the design of the riads that we stayed in, like just beautiful.
For decor, there's this lady that I love a lot. I was telling you about her earlier today. Her name is Athena Calderon, and she came out with this book called Live Beautiful. And when I tell you, she literally transformed spaces from looking like, you know, nothing to everything that you want to be involved with and in. Her, and then there's another lady named Sarah Sherman who's really, really good. Yeah, and like you said, like traveling, seeing things, and like wanting to emulate those things in your homes. So those are the things that inspire me as well.
Yeah. And then the other question was, how did you develop your personal style? I feel like I just found my personal style probably like mid last year to the end of last year. Because I did like a huge closet purge and now I'm rebuilding my wardrobe. But for me, I think it's about figuring out what works for your lifestyle, because I'm not someone who wants to have a separate lifestyle when it comes, or a separate wardrobe when it comes to my job and like my leisure time. So picking pieces that can transition from work to personal life. I have a very minimalistic, I want to have more of a minimalistic sort of lifestyle, and the same comes with my clothes as well. So picking super simple pieces and neutral pieces that I can mix and match, as opposed to having a bunch of colorful pieces, like all colorful pieces in my wardrobe, where I'm not able to kind of like get the most out of each piece.
I stick to the same color palette. I think for me, as long as things are like in a neutral tone and they're still minimal, I'll give them a go. But honestly, as long as I feel comfortable, I think for me it's all about comfort. So if I feel comfortable in something, I'm probably more than likely going to buy it. And if I like it, then why not? You know what? I do need to purge and also start over, because I feel like my closet right now is kind of overwhelming. I went through a phase where I literally got rid of everything. And I was like, oh, I just want a closet full of whites, navy blues,
That's me.
blacks, and grays.
That's
right?
me.
I went through that phase, and then after a while, I'm like, oh my God, I love nudes. Like, oh my, there's something about Kim Kardashian. She always looks so clean and polished and just,
as much as I hate
presentable.
As much as I hate to admit it, because I'm not a huge fan of their MO, but it is something about their whole
the way they present themselves that when you look at them,
It's so clean and just like
it feels like something. It feels like money, you know. I guess that's also the look I'm going for, where it's just effortless, you know. It's just effortless. You don't have to try hard, but you're still, you know, sleek and posh and just when you walk in a room, it's like, oh, she got money.
Someone said, OMG, I recognize this setup from Asiyami Gold. Did y'all collab? Here we are. Here we are.
I know. We did.
But we've known each other. When did?
Golly. Oh my goodness. I moved into that apartment 2014. Yeah.
So 6 years. Yeah. And
2014. That's
here we
crazy.
Are. Time flies.
What is that? 2014. 6 years. 6 years. Damn.
Yeah.
And this is our first time.
This is our first collab.
Doing a video together.
Shame on us.
I know.
Those are all the questions. Thank you guys so much for asking questions.
Yay.
Thank you, Asi.
for having me.
Thank you for joining.
She
was so nervous. Yeah.
I have to get more comfortable in front of the camera, and this is also something that I'm learning from her.
Yeah. So she'll be back.
Yeah,
she'll be back.
We'll
collab again.
A lot. We will be back, or I will be back on her channel.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up.
Oh my God, I love it. Thumbs up. Like and subscribe.
Exactly. Wherever the button is on here somewhere. Yeah. So like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.
Ciao.